Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to Take on Tottenham. My name is Ben, and this is my Take on Tottenham. And sorry, I just had to sit down. I was like, we actually won a game. Like, I had to just take a minute because we won. I forgot what this feeling felt like. You know, I don't know. Yeah, full-time result. Aston Villa 0, Tottenham 2. Kind of ironically, after Joe Hart's Instagram gaff, job done sort of thing. It wasn't Spurs' best performance of the season by a country mile at all, but it is job done. It was 3 points, 3 very much needed points, and now looking at the table, things don't look as bad as they felt, but it's not gonna cover up the cracks. But we'll get into the table towards the end of the video. So first half quite drab in my opinion. I thought it was quite a drab match really in general, but the first half, especially after a lot of people were kind of expecting a response, a reaction, not only still from the Arsenal game, but obviously from the Zagreb game in the midweek. It was still quite uninspiring, and the defence kind of looked a bit shaky at times. It was yet another defensive combination try from Jose of Rodon and Sanchez, which kind of left me feeling very uneasy when I read that at the start of the match. But Japhet Tanganga at right back as well. No Doherty, no Aurier at all. Nothing. And Reguilon was at the left on the left back. But everybody knows right now with how poor Spurs have been defensively this season. There's no stability within the back line because there's no every week starter. There's no the two centre backs are always changing. Like I said, it's yet another combination that we've had Dyer and Sanchez, we've had Dyer and Alderweireld, we've had Dyer and Rodon, we've had Rodon and Alderweireld, we've had Alderweireld and Sanchez, we've had Sanchez and Dyer, and I probably said the same one twice there at some point, but you see what I mean? There's no coherence to the whole centre-back partnership because there is no partnership there because you're not forming that bond. Like when we had Vertonghen and Alderweireld together, you know, they were brilliant together. They were both Belgian, both top defenders in their peak as well. Like, they're absolutely amazing. And they just knew what the other one was doing because they were always on the same wavelength. We don't have that right now with our centre backs. We don't have it because they don't know who they're playing with the next week. So how can you build up a relationship with your partner when you're not playing with them every week? It sounded a bit dodgy, that sentence. So yeah, it was a bit of not a nice thing to read when it was Sanchez and Rodon. But to be fair, as the match went on, Rodon, I thought in particular, played quite a good game, quite solid. Sanchez had a couple of iffy moments in the first half and a couple in the second half, but Jose will point to the clean sheet anyway. We get our first goal completely against the run of play. You know, it really looked like Villa were going to be the ones scoring. And it was Martinez's error. He came out, completely gave the ball to, I think it was Vinicius or Lucas. And it was a really nice little team move, to be honest. And then it finished, I think Kane produced a lovely through ball through to Lucas. He pinged it across goal, and Vinicius was there. Vinicius starting his first Premier League game, I think, and I thought he was pretty solid as well. I thought it was a tap-in goal, but you have to be in the right place at the right time. So I thought Reguilon struggled defensively today. It was a bit of a shame to say. I thought he was really good going forward, but defensively, I thought he was really struggling. I don't know if he was tired or anything. He just looked like he was not with it today. And then inevitably got bought off for Davies. Don't know if he's picked up an injury or it was just a knock, but he got subbed. Second half came out, like I said earlier, a bit of a drab first half. We got the penalty, a bit of a 50-50 type one. I probably sound biased, but I thought it was a penalty. Kane kind of missed the ball. In a way, it was quite similar to Lacazette's one against us. Kane completely missed the ball and got tackled, and I think the argument could be there that one, where is the player going to be going? Two, the ball's going out. A bit of an odd one, but I said it was probably a correct decision. I think it was more clumsy from Cash. And obviously Kane took the penalty away. I felt like 2-0, it was kind of job done then. I think Villa sort of kind of took their foot off the pedal a bit. And I have to say, for Aston Villa, like they've been really good this season. Compared to last season in particular, like completely different team it looks like. I really would feel if I was a Villa fan, I'd probably look at this as a missed opportunity. Spurs really looking poor in the last couple of weeks. I generally would have, if I was a Villa fan, would have been disappointed to not get at least 3 points from this game. So, don't know, Villa looked not their usual selves tonight, but it is what it is. Lucas, honourable shout out for Lucas. My man of the match. He got the man of the match on Sky as well. I thought he was fantastic, and he has been fantastic the last couple of weeks. Been the real standout performer who just doesn't stop running, really going at defensive, attacking them, keeping the ball with him as well, doing some really good tricks and everything. And it's what we've been crying out for such a long time. So that's really good to see. And I thought he was just relentless today. He just would not stop. And then deservedly got the man of the match for it. Honourable shout outs for Kane, Vinicius. First time really together. I think Kane played a little bit deeper, but it was good. It wasn't, like I said, it wasn't a vintage traditional Spurs blowing the opposition away performance, but it was a solid performance. Tanganga, I thought played really well today. He had, when he first came into the Spurs team, especially for that Liverpool match, he played at the right full-back position. I think he blended it in the cup against Southampton, I believe. And seemed to have a lot of success there. For a guy who is a centre-back, I think Jose sees him as a full-back. To be honest, I don't know really what we've got not play, what we'll lose playing him as centre-back, to be honest, because it can't get any worse than what we've got at the minute. But from what I've seen from Tanganga, he seems perfectly competent as a full-back. And he can get forward as well. He seems pretty good defensively, and to be honest, looking at our right back options between Aurier and Doherty, I probably would be open to giving Sanchez, giving Tanganga a decent run at fullback and just seeing how he goes. What can we lose from this season? And Højbjerg as well, I thought was really good today. I thought he was just doing his traditional Højbjerg stuff of just being a pain for the other team. Like I said, job done. Much needed 3 points, and like I said earlier in the video, it kind of doesn't look too bad at the minute. We've gone up to 6th. We're above Liverpool. We are 1 point behind West Ham and 3 points behind Chelsea, who are in 4th. We're 3 points off 4th. I did look at that towards the end of the match. And I went, how is that? How has that happened after how bad this season feels. How are we 3 points off fourth? You tell me. I have no idea. But we've got to keep going. Again, there's no point if we just go to the next match and not turn up like we did last weekend against Arsenal. This team needs to really start showing some consistency. They've got a cup final coming up in a few weeks. And we're in the business end of the season, so they really need to start showing some consistency, some form, and that they want to play for this shirt. Because at the minute, I'm seeing a lot of players that just don't care. So we'll see what happens. The next game, international break. So next game is Newcastle away, 4th of April. So it's in a couple of weeks. It will be an odd game. Newcastle are dropping like a rock at the minute, and anybody on paper would look at that and go, easy 3 points for Spurs. Problem is, Newcastle sometimes seem to be a bit of a bogey team for Spurs, especially at home, and like when we're playing at home. So it might be one of those frustrating performances. It's a performance where I think, should we have Sonny back? A couple of players have had a bit of a rest over the international break, hopefully. We'd hopefully go there and get 3 points, but at this point, I'm not saying anything because I don't trust this team at the minute. I don't trust them. So we'll have to see, but it is what it is. We'll go again then. So international break, which means it's going to be boring football under Gareth Southgate, so that won't be any fun to watch, but I'm sure we'll see how Spurs players get on during that. So I will see you guys in a couple of weeks. I might do a couple of videos in between, just on stuff going on with the club. I've got a few things I've got in mind, but I'm not sure yet. So if you've liked what you've seen, please hit that like button, the subscribe button, and the notification bell. And I will see you guys in the next video. And as always, come on you Spurs.